Hello and welcome to Teamworks. This is a podcast where we'll be covering everything to do with the gaming world. Each episode we'll be talking to people like ourselves. If you're a streamer or you're just a casual gamer that just wants to talk about gaming, we'll be talking all about everything to do about gaming, and from time to time we'll be talking about Marvel stuff as well. So if you're a big Marvel fan, we'll be talking about that. So this is our podcast. We are Teamworks.
Hippity hop, hip hoppity, hippity hop, hip hoppity, hippity hop, hip hoppity, hop, 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 hop. Who's that bunny bopping along? Hop, hop, hopping and singing his song. When he starts bopping, he just can't stop. The Easter bunny goes hop, hop, hop. Rockin' bunny, ooh, hop, hop. Easter bunny, ooh, hop, hop. Go Easter bunny.
Hello guys and welcome back to Teamworks. This is the Easter bonus episode. Thank you for coming. Just before we do introduce our guests in this episode, we are partners now with TerraPlayer. TerraPlayer is an internet radio station for gamers and for people from the music world. So it's a nice little partnership going on, and what happens is every episode that is released on our podcast also goes onto their website. So it's a nice little thing going, and yeah, that is TerraPlayer. So in this episode, this special episode, nice little fun one, we have some previous guests that we've had on before. We have me brother Frank. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. How about you?
Not bad, thank you, mate. And also we have two of me old schoolmates, Ryan and Gary. How are we doing, guys?
Doing good,
Not
man.
too bad.
Nice
I'm
one.
doing good.
Nice one, mate.
Nice.
And also we have someone that hasn't been on our podcast before, but me and Frank know him well through gaming and stuff. It's the only one and only Ghostly Evan. How are we doing, mate?
Hello. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. So, just before we get on to asking questions and all that, does anyone want to say a little bit about themselves?
I could start. I don't mind.
Okay, mate, go ahead.
For those who don't know, I am Evan, or known as Ghostly Evan 79 on Twitch, Discord, and practically almost everywhere. And I'm from Malaysia. I like pink color. That's a fun fact about me. And the number 79 is really special for me because it was chosen by my sister. And from the day onwards, I just stuck with it.
Yeah, a nice one. So that's Evan. What about you, Frank?
Hello, I am Frank. I'm also known as Tina Taki in the gaming world. I do like streaming from time to time. I like playing FPS shooter games, and I also like doing convoys on Euro Truck Simulator 2.
Amazing, and I have to admit that game is fantastic, and I can't wait for the new engine to come out. So
Yeah, and the new game engine should be by this month or next month, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Oh, nice one! I can't wait, mate. What about you, Ryan? Tell us a little bit about yourself, mate.
I'm Ryan. I like to play games. Oh, hold on. Sorry. People are calling me.
No worries. We'll move
Um,
on. Go on, mate.
No, it's okay. I like to play games a lot. I'm starting to do my own like gaming lives and stuff on Twitch. I've started to try new games out now as well.
Yeah, and that's why it is. Gaming's just amazing. I've always loved the gaming world, and there's just so much you can talk about and everything. It is really amazing, and some of the new games look fantastic as well. Gary, what about you, mate? A little bit about yourself, mate.
Yeah, well, I'm known as the Doctor's Game. Well, no, I'm not. I'm known as Gary, but I'm known as the Doctor's Gaming Guy. I did do streaming, but I've had to stop for a while because I'm just so busy. But yeah, I love gaming. I've got that many games. I can't keep up anymore. I give up.
You know what? You're not the only one, mate, because I'm always, I say this quite often, I'm always 60% through a game and never complete them. So,
You're not the only one, James. I also do the same. I think I have too many games installed on my laptop until I forget which game I have to play. And I just tend to forget what game I have and what games I haven't played. That's because I've played too many, and either I start it, don't finish it, or I just don't play in general anymore.
Yeah. So, is everyone looking forward to Easter? What's your plans?
Game. The whole day is this gaming with the one and only Frank, where we are gonna have some banter in some Fortnite again.
Is that gaming with your mouth full of chocolate?
Maybe.
That's a good plan.
No, you'll be gaming with me mouthful of Pepsi and Coke and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Oh, Bill. I mean, Pepsi. I didn't think I was going to get an answer back on that, but yeah, just don't drink too much of it too fast. That's all I'm going to say.
I think Frank might know what happened if I drink soda too fast. Which, Frank, you wanna say what will happen?
We all know. It's that episode of Shrek, isn't it?
What's the net?
2.0.
2.0. Yeah. But,
No, I don't have any-
For some
I don't have any
reason
plans.
on my side, for some reason on my side, because someone ran me, I can't hear you proper now.
right, okay, mate. Not a problem. We'll just have to work through that. What about you, Gary? Are you gonna be doing anything for Easter?
No, I've just recently recovered from a knee injury, and then last Sunday I got a cold.
Oh,
No, I've just recovered from that, but no, I'm just going to chill with family this weekend. I'm going to be doing some gaming and stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to be chilling this weekend.
Nice one. So we're going to go on to the first question then. So the first question, it's to do with gaming, obviously, but also it's sort of Easter question as well. So basically, the question is to all you guys, and you can answer in each order. It doesn't matter which order you answer. Well, if there was any Easter game that you could have, if there was any game you could have made with an Easter theme going in it, what would it be and why?
I would most likely say Subnautica, like something that's based off like Subnautica, because I would say maybe there's a lot of little Easter bunnies that we can hide, or have a DLC that can be installed during Easter, which maybe will engage the people to play the game more often, or
Yeah,
who knows, maybe just put eggs in the world.
nice one, Evan. I would definitely try that game. If I would definitely try that one.
Well, are you good in scary games? That's the question I want to know, James. Are you good in scary games?
I'm not really a horror game fan, but if I was going to play any horror game right now, I would definitely buy all the Five Nights at Freddy games.
Oh god, yeah.
If
Great game.
you should seriously try Subnautica. It's a really fun game. There is a little bit of a twist in horror, but generally it's really fun and I enjoy it. You should try first and second. Or they're gonna be releasing the third. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait for that, to be honest.
Saying that, you know what? The Last of Us was just as scary at some points.
Oh, that's the
That's
one
like
game I
something-
haven't played. Oh, hold on. I'll be back, guys.
Yeah, no worries. So, what about you, Gary? What would you?
What game would I make Easter related?
Yeah.
Flipping heck, man.
It's a lot of fun, that, isn't it?
I don't know. I think. Oh my god.
It's a hard choice, that one. It's a very hard one because
I wouldn't make a horror game because we don't want to scare the kids at Easter. But I don't. I'd probably make like an adventure game where you could be like the Easter Bunny or Peter Rabbit or something. Maybe something like that, and you get to go and collect eggs. And you fight some enemies along the way, but not too scary. But probably like I've been playing the new South Park, and it's like in 3D now, and probably something like that.
Yeah,
like-
because that's actually called Snow Day, isn't it? The new
Yeah.
game.
So I think I'd do something like that, where you could just go around collecting these eggs, but also defeating enemies. You could throw Easter eggs at them.
Yeah.
Or-
I want to say you can ever catch it just like he would do on South Park.
Like Crash Bandicoot, where you used to jump on the enemies and like,
Oh yeah, I see.
yeah, just do that. That would be kind of cool. So not a violent game, just a nice chill.
That could definitely
make it
work.
pop.
Mate. That could definitely work. Yeah, I could see that go. Yeah, I could see that taking off. Right, let's get it made. That's going to be a game.
And I don't know why, but Laura Croft will make an appearance in it. Just saying. What? Anyway, go on.
Yeah, but is she going to be your Easter egg? No comment.
No comment.
So Ryan, can you hear us now, mate?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Brilliant. So, what would you make a game into an Easter game? So basically, if there's any game that you like now and you could put anything to do with Easter in it, what would it be and why?
So it'd be good, right? I know it's like, I think the God of War Ragnarok, that'd be fun, that, because like
That's good.
it could be Kratos, right? And all you can see, right, is jumping bunnies coming at you.
Imagine.
And he just hits him with he just hits him with his swords and stuff.
Do you know what? I could actually see that happening. All these bunnies running after you, and you're like, get away from me.
Yeah, but like they're not like scary though. They're like happy bunnies coming at you.
But what do you do though? Do you pat them or do you get your sword out? What?
I don't know. I think something like. I'm thinking like God of War crossed with a bit of Fortnite as well.
Do you know what? That could actually happen because they've obviously done a crossover anyway with God of War with Fortnite, and I believe the skins might be coming back. So to the Fortnite store, so that'll be amazing. I can
like
see
you'll get like a bunny like coming at you, and they'll stop and like you'll start making noises.
Imagine that.
and you can just tap it. You can just tap it on the head.
Wow.
Dude, I'm going to be having nightmares about bunnies now.
What?
God of War Ragnarok.
We've got a war. And do you know what?
It'd be fun as well.
Sorry, mate. Come on.
It'd be funny as well if you can eat it.
Wow! Imagine what game that would be.
No, it'd be like inside. It'd be chocolate.
Imagine that, and do you know what? You could introduce Thor into it as well. Fat Thor. He's at all the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that could definitely work. That's another game we need to get made. What about you, Frank? If you could make any game into an Easter game, what would it be and why? How would you do it? How would you go?
So I don't know if you remember the movie Rise of the Guardians.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they ended up bringing a video game out, but it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. I probably would like it based more off the movie than, you know, what they did do with the video game.
Yeah, and what would you do with, like, how would you bring an Easter theme to it? How would it be?
Well, if you've seen in the movie, of course it was about Jack Frost and that, wasn't it? So, having that from the movie probably would be great. Having it in the game based off the movie.
What, and instead of him being a snowman, he'll be an Easter bunny.
I mean, could do, but I mean, Rise of the Guardians is a bit like an Easter kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I suppose you could call it a sort of Easter movie. Yeah, that definitely could work. I could see that, Frank.
Uh huh.
For me, though, do you know what? You're gonna laugh at this one, but did anyone play Deadpool the video game?
Yes.
Right? Could you imagine that? Because he's so stupid anyway, isn't he?
Yeah.
So could you imagine that being cross between Easter Bunny and all that in it? I mean, he'd be going around killing all the Easter bunnies.
I know.
Why? What is happening? We're killing East. Oh my god. No bunnies were harmed in the making of any games, guys.
No, it wasn't. But nah, I couldn't go with Deadpool. But I just thought Deadpool because he's weird. He's meant to be this nice human being, but he ends up killing people. So yeah, I don't know. No, not that game. But the Simpsons hit and run cross between Easter bunnies. Now that would be pretty awesome.
Oh mate, they're taking the Mickey. They announced that they're going to do a remaster. Please, somebody do it.
Yeah, it's a remastered. It's not called Simpsons Hit and Run now. It's called
Bunny Hit and Run.
Yeah, Simpsons Bunny and Run. Bunny and Run.
What are they doing? Are they doing a remastered of Simpsons Hit and Run?
Well, it's not confirmed or anything. I mean, one of the people that actually worked behind the game said he would love to have a remake of it. But the only thing about it is I can't see them doing it anytime soon. That's for sure.
No.
But what they can do is you've got, what PlayStation tier have you got? PlayStation Plus tier have you got? Have you got the premium edition?
Yeah, I have.
What about you,
I've
Brian?
got the premium. Yeah.
So could you imagine if they brought the original Simpsons Hit and Run onto the subscription where you could play the classic version?
Oh, I'll play it, man.
I would play it.
Yeah,
Do you know what it'll do?
definitely.
It'll get people into playing it again. And what they could also as well is they could actually sell it on the store as well as a digital buy. And people that haven't got PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium, whatever tier they've got, they can buy the game separate off the store.
That's a good idea.
Well, it'll get people back into it and thinking, oh, I love this. And then, later on down the line, they can actually bring a remastered version out, couldn't they?
Yeah, that'd be good. I think that would be good marketing for PlayStation as well, wouldn't it? Because they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, if they brought that out again, people could continuously buy it or play it from the. Because they obviously get things from games like, from the Premium Pass shown about. I'm sure they get statistics from that, what people play.
Yeah.
And if they see multi people, they'll be like, oh, hang on a minute, we need to bring this back. So that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, it definitely will be a good idea. And can you imagine as well, it was a PlayStation 2. It was one of them games you could play forever on the PlayStation 2 back on the PlayStation 2, and it needs to be a remastered. But you know what they could do if they ever remastered the game? They could actually make it multiplayer, open world, and they could have the dome over it, so it's like the movie. So they could actually take parts out of the Simpsons movie as well.
That's a good idea.
So I can see that happening. I can. I really can.
You need to move into the gaming world and design games, mate. You know.
Do you know what?
Well, I'll join.
I would love to do that, but it's a lot of hard work, code,
Yeah,
and
it
all that. Because you can. Yeah, it's all about coding as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, one of my friends went out his way to get himself a PS2 just to get it and run again.
Did he?
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Dedication.
I mean, I couldn't myself. I couldn't go back now and buy a PlayStation 2. I just couldn't. But if they allowed you to put PlayStation 2 games into the PS5, then I would go out and buy the PS2 games for sure.
Now, before we move on, I have heard that PlayStation are bringing back PlayStation 2 games and stuff again. There is a rumor going around that they're doing it, but the premium. Oh, I can't speak. Premium Plus.
They are, aren't they? I've heard that. But it's still not proper backwards compatibility, is it?
No. Good point.
Because you can't put a disc in.
Yeah.
The original disc. It's already. What's to say that they bring the prices up to PlayStation Plus again? That's already gone from £100 a year to 120.
Yeah.
So,
True.
I don't know on that one. I mean, I think PlayStation half of the time don't know what they're doing. I think they just think they go, ooh, first thing in their mind that they'll do that. They don't actually think, oh, do people actually want this? I mean, don't get me, the PlayStation Plus extra and premium subscriptions, they are fantastic. There's a load of games that you can download on there, but I've noticed there's some games on there that's been a monthly game before, so it's like
They're still doing it, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. But someone said to me on a Facebook page and said, yeah, but some people don't have some people are only just coming to PlayStation Plus and they've missed them games, so then they buy the extra and premium. But some people don't know that extra and premium, they can also take them games off as quick as they put them back on.
Yeah. I've noticed.
So it's one of them. Do you take the risk? I don't know. I mean, I bought a game with Phil going back last year or so, I think, and then about a month or 2 months later, they brought it on the PlayStation Plus. So I mean that was a bit unlucky, but then a few weeks later, they said, "Oh, with extra and premium games, we're gonna have." What was it? The little big... Yes, Sackboy. Sackboy's a big adventure on extra and premium. Now, a few weeks before that, it was on as a monthly game. So it's like they've not thought about what new games they're going to bring out on the extra and premium. They just thought, well, you know what? We'll just release something that we've already put on. So,
But
yeah.
They brought out loads of remastered games, don't they? Again, like because we've had like the remastered of like Spyro, Crash, Bandicoot. We got the remastered of Tomb Raiders now.
Yes, we did.
We got Metal Gear Solid.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah. We've got The Last of Us.
Yeah, do you know what? The Last of Us has been remastered 3 times and then they got a remake.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can you go from being remastered to remake. You know, I mean, people did buy it. I mean, the remake though was actually a remake. If you look back at the PS3 and PS4 version to The Last of Us Part 1, which they call it now, it was just called Last of Us. But when they remade it, which is entirely different to a remastered, they actually used the same engine that they did for The Last of Us Part 2. So I thought that was fantastic, the way they done that. They made it look like The Last of Us Part 2. So, yeah, that's going on to what my next question for you all as well is, what game would you like to see remastered right now and why?
Oh,
What would be? Who would like to start with that? I tell you what, we'll go to Frank. What game would you like to see remastered right now, and why?
I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, what game should be remastered or not.
Can you remember any games that you played in the past that you thought, oh, do you know what? I really like that. It should be a thing.
I probably think of Fabio. I don't know if you heard of Fabio.
Yes, I've heard of it, but not played it.
So Fabio. I know.
I think it is. Isn't he a game called?
I can't remember now.
But there's that. Basically, we're just saying there's that many games that you could remastered, isn't he? What about you, Gary? If you could have any game remastered right now, what would it be and why?
Well, actually, I am looking forward to, because I think we touched on this when I was last on your podcast as host as Assassin's Creed. They are making Assassin's Creed Black Flag remaster.
Yeah, I heard that, and whether it's going to
And
be a
they're doing it
remaster. Well, I wonder if it's going to be a remaster or a proper remake.
I don't know. All I saw is like a remaster. So, as an Assassin's Creed fan, but I am praying and I hope, because they brought out the new Prince of Persia, that they'll remaster all three of the original Prince of Persia games. Please, Ubisoft, I will marry you if you do that.
oh yeah.
Did I just say that on the podcast?
I was just going to say as well, one of our previous guests was actually worked for Ubisoft.
So James,
Oh, I have-
why don't you tell that guy to go and make a remastered version for the Assassin's Creed, just for Gav?
No, the original Prince of Persia.
Unfortunately, though, he doesn't work for Ubisoft anymore.
Ah, that's sad. So wait, just to confirm, so he's an ex-colleague of Ubisoft.
Yeah, he used to be a game designer with Ubisoft. He was behind
Wow.
he was behind the games of The Crew, Rainbow Six Siege, Tom Clancy, The Division, and Driver San Francisco. If you remember.
Oh yeah, Frank was telling me all about it.
Yeah, but he works for People Can Fly now. And have you heard of
What?
People Can Fly?
Let me just Google that. People Can Fly.
Well, I'll tell you what games they have made. They've made Gears of War.
Oh,
That's
Okay.
one of the games they've made. And was Outtakers, is it? Or yeah, is it?
Outriders. So this is what I'm
Outriders,
looking
that's
at the
new
games
one.
that they have
Yes.
made. They have made. James, you know what's the one person that you should try and get on? Maybe a dev from Subnautica. It would be cool to get their side into how Subnautica is made.
Look, I think now that I've had one dev on it, I probably can get a few now. But it's basically what I was saying is that, you know, with the Ubisoft games, yes, I could see that being a possibility, Gary. that they're going to remaster.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Or-
I'd love them to remaster the Prince of Persia.
I think that could be a thing. I generally do, and you know yourself that all these gaming companies now, they want to remaster games. So and it's a no-brainer for them because they're getting money again for the same game, releasing the game again.
Well, I think we touched on this last time as well, is that the fact that Ubisoft announced this next Assassin's Creed game, which has been delayed till next year, is apparently the last Assassin's Creed game.
Well,
No,
to
it
be
isn't.
honest, I
Look at
can't
that.
understand why
No,
they
it's
want
not.
to make a remastered because
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not sure if all of you guys know, but I think James and Frank might know that I come from a side of making games and studying games development.
Yeah.
So practically they tend to make remasters so that they can get more new people and more monies, especially
Yeah.
with all the new graphics cards being released like 4080, 4090. I do not know how many 40s now they are doing. I've completely lost track.
Yeah,
Most
but
likely
the
next one
thing
should be
is,
called 50.
but the thing is though, some of us moan about how many remasters of games they're bringing, but the thing is, they actually sell. So
Mm.
it's a no-brainer for them. And do you know what? If I was going to have anything remastered, I think it should be the original Uncharted games.
If
Yeah.
you were
1,
to
2,
ask
3.
me, if
One-
you were
Yeah.
to ask me for one remastered game, I would most likely say maybe I'm not even sure because I haven't played games that's so old. Maybe I'm not sure, but
But
yeah,
they
it's-
remastered some of the PSP games as well, didn't they?
oh no! I finally know they should remaster the. Have you guys ever heard of Rescue the Fat Princess before? The PSP.
I'm trying to think of that one because I did have a PSP myself. I'm just trying to think what games I did play. I'm not sure.
No, I've never heard of that one.
It's such a fun game.
Yeah.
It's so I'm just gonna give you a quick summary of what it is. Basically, it is a team game where you have to try and work as a team to try and rescue the princess of your team from the other side, and such a fun game. I wish they brought it on to Steam or stuff like this so that I can play it again, but I don't think they have. So yeah, understand.
The
Good
thing
old
is, though,
classic game.
you look at all these games and that, but you can actually play them now with emulators and all that.
True.
There's that many emulators going around now. You can play older games anyway without actually having them remastered or being on a subscription. So, but obviously, you're doing it the wrong way there, basically, aren't you?
Yeah.
That was the game that I wanted remastered, Fable 3.
Fable.
Yeah.
Fable 3, never heard of that.
Back on the Xbox 360, I used to play that game a lot.
Fable was amazing.
Yeah.
I wanna ask you
If they
guys a question.
remastered that would be good.
I want to ask you guys a question. What do you guys think of the new GTA? GTA 6?
I can't wait.
I can't wait for it. Cannot wait.
I don't play the GTA games, but
James, you should.
what I will say is, it is phenomenal. It looks amazing, and you heard why it's coming out later this year as well, don't you? What's
Yeah,
the real
they had
reason?
I think they had a breach in the.
No, GTA 6 is going to be delayed until 2025, what I've heard.
Well, I've heard now, and this is quite possibly, PlayStation have announced the PS5 Pro could be coming out a little bit later this year in time for the GTA 6 game, and that's why they're bringing the PS5 Pro out as quick as that.
All right. I hope that's
So
true.
this- I'm-
We're not
I'm
ready to
looking-
notice that.
GTA 6 is next year. It's not.
Yeah, it's
Because,
been delayed. That's what I'm saying. It's been
Yeah.
delayed, so it's not
Because
coming
next
out
year.
until next year.
I know, yeah, but that's just talk though, because
No, between January and April, what is it? They've confirmed.
Rockstar.
Rockstar confirmed for self that they've delayed it.
So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is what
yeah,
I'm
but the reason
reading
why
at.
they've delayed it as well is because it's going to be a PS5. Okay, it was originally going to be a PS5 Pro exclusive when it first comes out, and it still is going to be a exclusive for a time limit, I think. And that's why they're bringing the PS5 Pro out as quick as the end of this year.
Yeah, so GTA 6 on PS5 and Xbox Series X and whatever, that will be coming out in 2025, and the PC version might not be coming out until 2026.
But to be fair though,
Oh.
with the PC version, I can see that being understandable, because if they're going to bring out what's that game mod that they had for it, M5.
5M.
Sorry, 5M. I got it the wrong way around.
M5. I think they should.
Hey,
I think it should be called now.
it sounds better. M5. Sounds like the most.
Yeah, it does. To be.
So I think 5M probably will change into 6M or whatever.
From
But I also seen another GTA 6 multiplayer mod that's coming out that it's not called 5M, it's called completely different, and I think it's from the same people that do 5M.
Maybe they've changed it to M6. The motorway. The motorway way.
James, are you just gonna name it after motorways from now on? M7, M12, M15, A51, yeah.
I mean,
Are you just gonna-
technically you're on the road anyway. You're speeding, aren't you? On GTA. So...
Well, true, but you're speeding the illegal way, ramming into people, stealing money from a bank.
Here's a question then, because I've never played. I don't really play GTA games. So the question, this is a question to you guys that do play it. Do you ever think that they'll have a game that's based in the UK?
They did once, I think.
I thought
Yeah,
it was always based in America. GTA.
No, I think it's one of the original games, but
Well, maybe they
I
might.
don't know.
Well, I
can't
don't really
I
think they
can't
might
remember.
make it.
It would be good, like
based off
G-
the US
GTA
or
1.
UK.
Well,
But
they could
only-
have GTA based in London, couldn't they?
well, the thing is that I don't really know why they did not do it in the UK, but maybe it's the laws they have or stuff like that.
Okay, so why
So I can tell you here that GTA is actually made in Great Britain, but yeah,
It's
so
American
GTA
company
is
that
made
makes
in Great. Yeah, so it's made in Great Britain. It's made in Scotland.
Huh?
Oh, wow.
Really? And
yeah.
it's America? It's based
Uh-huh.
in America? Wow.
Yep. So
that's-
GTA is made in Scotland.
There you go. Yeah, it's something new for you there, guys. I didn't know that myself, and I don't play the game.
I never.
So of course they're an American company, but of course it's made in Scotland. But quite a lot of gaming companies are starting to make in Scotland now. What I've heard.
But saying that, I can actually believe that, because people behind that made The Crew, some of them were based in the UK, and they were making parts of the game in the UK. So yeah, I can see that.
That's interesting.
Do you know when you was talking about the remakes and stuff? Do you know what I want a remake of?
Yep.
Remember Rayman?
Oh, right, man. They actually did remade it, didn't they?
Which one?
They had,
Or did you
they remastered it.
make it?
I think they did, because there was a version of it on PS4. I remember it being a PlayStation Plus game one month.
What game is it, James?
Rayman.
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 It was basically like a, he,
Oh,
a platform figure. He didn't have any legs, but he had feet, arms, and a head.
well, who knows? Maybe I may make that game and let you guys play it. Who knows?
No, it was a really good game, though. I have to make, because I remember Rayman when it was back on the early stages of PC days.
Oh yeah, Rayman was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was-
What a
Never
game.
heard of
And
it till
Do you know
today.
what? That never gets talked about a lot. That, and wouldn't it be nice if they had a brand new game of him out? Just
Oh,
a
yeah, that'd
fresh
be,
game.
that'd be good, that. That'd be
Yeah.
good,
Good jump
that.
crack.
Yeah, it'd be good as a
One of them.
remaster.
I think they've already remastered it, Frank, because it's on PS4 and it was a PlayStation Plus.
When did they remaster? It would have been quite a while, wouldn't it?
A few years back now, like, yeah, but it has been remastered, so they could remake it, maybe put today's graphics in it.
Yeah, it could do.
Well, if you think about that, if they do that way, then people might need to have a really powerful machines to run it, because not everyone will have a good system, and if they make it into a potato version, then it wouldn't be really nice to look at either.
Again, was that Ubisoft who made that?
Rayman was made by Ubisoft,
Yeah, I
created
thought
by
it was.
video game designer Michael Ansel for Ubisoft.
Yeah, I thought it was, because I remember. I remember every time you loaded the game up, it actually come up with the Ubisoft name. So yeah,
James, why not you write to the Ubisoft company, ask them to make a remastered version?
Look, I think they probably get that many messages. Chances are getting a reply is very slim.
Yes.
Or give them a call.
Give them a call.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to call them and say, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters! Hey, they could actually make a game of Ghostbusters. I think Ubisoft would do a good job of that.
There's already a game made for Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but there's also loads of games made of Star Wars, and now Ubisoft is making one.
Do you know what I can't wait for, though?
What's that?
Jurassic Park, the game, what's coming out?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh,
and it's
just-
gonna
Have you
have
seen it?
today's graphics in it. Is everything? It's gonna look realistic.
Yeah, have you seen the trailer?
I think I've seen something. I'm not sure whether I actually seen the trailer, but I seen either a photo of it or a little clip, a few seconds.
Yeah, I mean, there was a video game of Jurassic Park back a while back as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, and don't forget as well, you had the Lego Jurassic World.
Yeah, because you
Mhm.
have the Jurassic Park the game on Xbox 360, I believe, and it was developed by Telltale, if I remember.
No,
Telltale is another good game company.
I don't think it was made by Telltale, because basically that game, Frank, is like you just like most of the part of that them games. You
According to Google, it was made by Telltale.
Do you know what? I can't actually remember.
It was
that.
published by them.
And yet they went bust as well, which is a shame.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is a shame, isn't it?
But
A lot of
someone
good game
took
companies
over.
goes bust, to be honest.
Yeah, well, someone took over to complete the Walking Dead. That sounds good, doesn't it? Walking Dead. Walking Dead series. Because they had the Walking Dead series on Telltales, but they didn't quite finish it before they finished the company off. So I think some other company stepped in to finish it.
Oh, nice.
I don't think I played that one, the Walking Dead one, but I played which one? Oh yeah, I played the Batman one. The Batman series was brilliant, a good storyline. Tales from the Borderland, that was a good one. what others? I did actually play one of the Game of Thrones. They did a Game of Thrones one as well,
Yeah.
and that was amazing.
The Jurassic Park one you was talking about, Gary, it's the survival one, isn't it? That's coming out this year.
Well, that was me.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, survival. It showed you pictures of when it was. Do you remember the first Jurassic Park? What came out the film?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's meant to be.
Yeah, that was like one of the best films to have.
Yeah,
And
the second one as well. The second one was just as good, wasn't it? Because it had the same people in it.
I went to cinema to watch the first one.
Did you? I can't remember where I watched the first one. Did I watch it in the cinemas or at home? I can't remember, but I just remember watching it, and I watched.
Well, Ryan said no because he was with me when we did it.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, I never watched Jurassic Park
We was in
before.
college, school, whatever.
I mean, Jurassic
from
Park was
Scotland.
amazing, but you know when they brought Jurassic World out, what did everyone think of that one?
I don't know, to be honest, because I did not watch it.
I liked the very first Jurassic World when they brought that out, and I think when it came to the second one, that's when it dipped a bit. But what I never understand is why they changed it from Jurassic Park to Jurassic World, as Jurassic Park was a better name for it.
Yeah, I think the Jurassic World was it was a sequel to it, so it was basically obviously all the dinosaurs didn't exist anymore, so they created dinosaurs through a technology.
Yeah, which is scary.
Yeah, well, that's what they did. Did you ever watch the Jurassic World game? I mean, movie.
Film.
Are you okay or not, James?
Well, they did have a game. It was called Jurassic World Evolution, wasn't it?
Oh wait, what did they?
Yes, but that was more like a park style to it,
Yeah,
which I wasn't too keen on.
You created your own, basically, Jurassic Park, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that. I never tried it, but
I never tried it, but I remember being at PlayStation Plus, wasn't it, 1 month? I added it to my library because, you know, it's a free game at the end of the day.
It was good, but and I don't know if a question's going to come up. What game do you regret buying? And I'm going to say that because.
Let's go on to that then. What game do you regret buying? I know which one I regret buying, and you're going to laugh at this one, but I'll let you go first.
Every game I bought. No, I'm joking.
Every game you bought. Is that because you're out of money?
Yeah. My bank account's screaming at me. No. It's not just that one. There is a game. I can't remember its name. I've got that many games I probably won't even be able to find it.
Well, I'll tell you, man, that the worst game I bought, and if Phil was here now, he would agree to this because we do game share, so we pay half each on games, and we bought the Jumanji video game. Now we
I remember you telling me about that, James. I remember you telling me how you hated it.
And do you know what? I had high hopes for that game because crack, yeah. We had high hopes for that game because it was just, we thought, oh, it's based on the movie. It's got The Rock in it. It's got Jack Black in it, Kevin Hart. I thought, yes, why not? This is going to be an amazing game. Anyway, we bought it. Oh my God. Let's just say, guys, don't buy it. It was awful. It was
Well,
awful.
if you were to ask me, maybe the one game that I would regret, like not really buying it but spending money on, would be maybe GTA, because I got GTA for free, and let's just say GTA, Rockstar's company, let's just say it's absolutely rubbish in a way. I got banned for it, and they would not want to unban me because my account got hacked. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna reply to the ticket. I'm just gonna let it forcefully clear, and I'm just gonna get GTA next time on Steam and play it from there, because GTA is just dumb, I would say, and And after so many years, they still never take action about those hackers that will hack the game.
Yeah. Totally agree with you on that, Evan. And
Well, James is going to hate me in a moment. I've nearly platinum Jumanji.
you actually platinumed it, have you?
I've nearly platinum.
I mean, don't get me. I thought it was going to be a really good game. That's why I was so disappointed. I paid this money for this game, and I'm thinking, at least I've only paid half for it. I've not paid the full whack.
I do agree, though. They could have based it more on the film, though.
Yeah, to me though, Gary, it was the controls, and the graphics to it. I thought the graphics were going to be something special because it was based on the video game, but also as well, it had so many glitches on it. In fact, there was one glitch on it that stopped you from playing the game altogether. So, I mean, Phil came across that. We had to restart the game. But then they bought a PS5 version out, and I seen this, and they were like, hold on, you made a rubbish game, and yet you've upgraded it to a PS5 version. How's that possible? It must be doing something good if you're going to do that. Unless...
Well, I would
unless they're
say
trying to
another
relive
game that
it.
I not really, kind of like, but at the same time don't really like it is Valorant. Have you guys ever heard of that game?
What game is that again, mate?
Valorant. It's an I think it's a
Valorant.
first-person shoot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a
funny-
free to play game. So it's only on PC, unfortunately.
Do you know what's the funny thing? I practically I remember I bought a few guns on Valorant. I got banned recently, and I tried to get my account back. Funny story. I got banned once, got unbanned. Then I tried to recently access it, but it got banned again. So I practically said, you know what? I don't care about it anymore. So I practically created a new account, and now I'm playing on my new account. And let's just say I had some good skins on there, and they're not willing to give me my money back or transfer the skins from that account to this account. So I said, you know what? I'm just done. I might buy skins in the future, but at this point, I'm not gonna get any skins because I just play the game for fun. And unlike Fortnite.
Yeah, I totally understand, Evan. And if they're not doing anything brilliant, it stops you from going on the games, doesn't it? And Frank, that's what I was going to go over to you. What's the worst game you ever bought?
Well, I didn't get this game. It was included in Game Pass. I ended up going on Grounded. Within the first 9 minutes, I went, nah, I'm not playing this ever again.
And what
It
was
just-
the reason? And what game was it?
I just didn't like it. Just carried on dying. Bye for Spider over and over again. And yeah, I just was like,
Okay,
nah, I'm
I'm
not playing
gonna ask
that
you guys
again.
a question. This is a question for all of you guys. Who is good in horror? Who likes horror games? And who has heard of the game called Lethal Company?
No, I've not heard of that game.
The company.
Lethal Company.
Little Company.
Lethal Company.
Lethal. Yeah, Lethal.
No, I like horror games, but I've never heard of that one. I like I like
I'm
Alien
not a
Isolation.
fan. I'm not a fan of horror games, but I want to try it, and I'm always tempted to try Lethal Company, but I have never gotten the chance around to get the game, so I'm still waiting for it so I can buy it.
So I've never tried that game, Evan. But what I will say, every horror game Gary plays, he thinks Sydney's there.
And open the door, Sydney.
Yeah, see, I told you. I've got him going now.
Wait,
In fact,
Gary likes
Gary,
horror games.
say it again, mate.
I love horror games.
Say it again,
Oh, you
mate.
want me to say it again?
Yeah, go on.
Oh. Don't open the door, Sydney.
If I heard that if I ever played a game and suddenly just heard that voice, I would say, I'm out. I'm just gonna literally delete the game and sprint out my
Oh,
room and just
Yeah,
and just keep on. Yeah.
I played Outlast with my cousin, and we played it in the dark, and oh my god, I was hid behind the pillow while she was still playing, and we was just like freaked out by this game, and we was like, you know what, we're not playing it again. And then a few years later, I downloaded it and played it, and I
Hey
screwed
guys,
myself.
do you remember?
Yeah.
Remember the film? The game Alien.
Oh, Alien! No, that is a con. Because
Yeah, 'cause
apparently,
that was
even if
based
you
on a
just move
movie.
slightly, he hears you. What rubbish!
Wasn't that actually based on the movie, or one of them was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's got
I
Ellen.
think that was Alien Isolation.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
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 That's right. But I think there was one
Uh,
called just Alien as well, wasn't he?
This is something I'm actually going to admit over a podcast, and I can't believe I'm doing this. But the first time I played Alien Isolation, I got to the alien bit.
Yeah.
All I heard was a rumble in the thing, and then all of a sudden the alien just appeared in front of my face. I screamed and threw the controller. What? What?
Where did
Wait,
you
what?
I was
control
like,
the land?
oh!
Where did your controller land? Not on your TV. Please don't tell me you didn't.
No,
have a TV.
it landed like over the coffee table next to the window, and I just left the room. I was like, "No, do you know what? No, I'm done. This is absolutely awful." And what I did was I accidentally kicked a can,
Oh,
and all you heard is rumbling, and then all of a sudden, bang! He kills you. I was like, "How'd I run away?"
And let me guess, you had stick drift after that.
No, the controller was fine. I just stopped playing it after that moment because I was like, "I'm
That's
not
like
playing
you
this game."
isn't it?
I mean, what console was you on when you did this?
Oh, this was Xbox, but I did play it again after a few years, and I've calmed down because I'm like, you know what, this is just Alien, man. You know, he's going to kill you if you make a noise.
Do you know what? I've never threw a controller before, but I've got closer doing something.
To be
Don't
honest,
tell her, right?
I never threw a controller, but I've practically played games, and when I die, I just slam my hand on my table, which I now regret it because my right hand is always in pain. Because every time when I die in Fortnite, I think Frank knows about this. I keep slamming my table. Every
I
time when
remember for day, I ended up playing a horror game, and I ended up falling off my chair.
Wait,
wow.
wait, Frank.
I'll be out.
Even better than that,
Knowing
guys.
you,
Even better than that, guys. Frank's saying he was playing a horror game one day and he fell off his chair. I was dancing on stream and went to sit back in my chair and fell nearly.
well, I've actually got a funny story regarding all that. This was when I was back in Malaysia because I'm from Malaysia, so I have a mic that I use there. So I was practically fixing up my mic, and I thought that my chair was right behind me. I wanted to sit down, and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna fall." So I literally sat down, and I said, "Great, my chair has rolled away, and I have nothing to grip down." So I just literally hold on to my table so hard, and until I think my mic clamp came loose, and nearly landed on my head.
Wow. Oh.
It was funny. So when I ended up falling off my gaming chair, I was playing with other people on the horror game on multiplayer, and the next minute all they hear is a big clunk to the floor, and both they was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Did you get up and act like nothing happened? Just like, oh.
I got up and I said I fell off my chair, and they started laughing, burst and laughing.
Oh, wow. And that was
Well-
you playing a horror game? For me...
Yeah, that was me playing a horror game, and I jumped off my chair.
For me, I was literally dancing to the chicken sound alert. And I nearly fell
Oh.
down. And you know what?
Oh, you,
I
talking
remember
about
that, yeah.
That's on TikTok.
If
as well.
I
It's a TikTok.
if
trend.
I ever played horror game and I have a controller, the one place where my controller would end up to would be the wall, or if my sister walks in, unfortunately, the controller would end up in her face, and we will have a very big fight. Let me just tell you that, because I have a younger sister.
If you would like to be a guest on our show yourself and talk about your background, how you became a streamer or just a casual gamer, just DM us on our social medias, or you can contact us by our email, which is teamworkspodcast@outlook.com. Now let's get back to the episode.
used to fight a lot, but now we don't fight.
Well,
So if,
Well, he's a-
if I ever have a controller and I rage, I just practically go pop, smack straight into the wall, and I said, "Oh fuck, there goes my money."
You see some of these YouTubers that do it. I mean, I watched one that decided he had enough on FIFA. He conceded the last minute goal, and do you know what he did? He unplugged his PlayStation out of the TV and threw it out the window. I was like, what? I had to pause it and rewind it again because I was like, did you really
Wait.
just throw
Let me
your
just
PlayStation out?
hear this correctly. A YouTuber unplugged his FIFA. He lost it in FIFA, so he unplugged his PS5 and yeeted it
No, I think
onto
it
a
was
wall.
I think it was the PlayStation 4. It was before the PlayStation 5 came out, and I was like,
PS4 is at least it's better than the new PS5. Because if the new PS5 is like, oh, why you did that over a game, but I understand. Well, practically, I played Valorant, and I practically, let's just say, had a lot of slamming the table moment.
yeah. So that's basically going on to my next question as well. So Gary basically started it off with, he was playing a game and he ended up chucking his controller halfway across the room, which is, it's bad, but it's actually quite funny as well, isn't it? Because it's one of them moments you think, oh shit, it's gone out of my hand. I shouldn't have.
Well,
I
I'm
shouldn't have
definitely
known.
there.
Wait, even better. I bet he was like, "Oh, thank God for that. My controller's still working."
Can I just
Well, to be honest, if
So-
I ever play a scary game, I'll just be yelling so loudly. I'll just be saying "fuck" non-stop until my parents say, "Are you okay or not?" I said,
Oh no, but
I-
there is a funny story that I was at a friend's house here in Cheltenham,
yeah,
and it was Halloween, and we was all dressed in Halloween costume. We was playing Outlast,
yeah.
and because I know the in and out of Outlast, I just kept smiling. I kept looking at her and smiling at her.
It's pretty deep story, isn't it? Outlast.
Yeah, and she was in the prison thing, and she was trying to crawl along the wall to get past it, and someone grabbed her.
Yeah,
But me, being a nice friend as I am,
yeah.
I snuck behind the couch where she was because I knew the scene was coming up. And as it grabbed her, I went, "Don't open the door, Sydney!" And she flung the controller. She ran out the house, jumped in the swimming pool,
Wow.
fully clothed. And I was like, "What the fuck just happened? Is she dead?
It
Was
was
she drowned?"
amazing. I think it's because Sydney was coming after her.
And she come back and she looked at me and she hugged me wet. I was like, "Oh, get off me!" I was like, "I'm sorry." She's like, "I'm going to get you back." I went, "You're not."
Oh, funny moments, eh? And that's basically going on to my next question as well. For any of you guys, is basically, what game have you really raged on, and how did you rage?
Oh, good. That is such a good question. I remember I was playing GTA 5 before my account got banned. So I was practically. Have you guys ever heard of the casino heist?
Yes.
Yes.
So I was doing a casino heist, and I was doing it with a random. They literally fucked up every single moment from the beginning all the way to the end. I literally got in the chat and typed to them saying, "You motherfuckers, you fucked up the heist. I'm gonna." I literally raged on them, and that's literally this left the game completely. And then after that, they practically said, "I'm never ever gonna do heists with randoms ever again. They are so shit. They are absolutely brain dead and don't know what the fuck they're gonna be when they're doing."
So that was the game that you raged on most. But Evan, how did you rage, mate?
I was literally that time I haven't started my streaming, so I practically was luckily no one have ever heard it, but I practically said I literally was talking to myself. I never on my mic because at the time I think I was still like maybe like 15, 16. Still quite young before 18, so my parents would not really let me speak freely online, and I practically kept on saying, "You motherfuckers, stupid idiots, you fucked up the whole heist. Why did you do it?" I literally kept on saying to them, and then they practically said, "I'm sorry." I said, "You know what? Saying sorry doesn't even help anymore."
Wow, that is some rage, that, mate. That is a fantastic one. What about you, Frank? What game did you rage on, and how did you rage?
Well,
I think
it was on Apex Legends. I ended up raging on that. So I was in the middle of fighting 3 teams, and I ended up downing 8 people out of them 3 teams, and that one last person ended up getting me, and he ended up firsting me.
Wow. What did you do? Return of that. What did you react? How did you react?
I was like, the fuck you do? Fuck's sake, man. Why?
I know
Oh, Frank, are you talking about Fortnite?
No, I'm talking about Apex.
Oh, so going back to that topic, I remember I played Valorant, and
Yeah.
I practically had so many rage moments on Valorant. I remember one time I was because in Valorant there is like a spike, or known as a spike, so we have to defuse it. I literally was saying in the team chat, "Defuse, you stupid!" I practically kept on saying it. I said, "You are such a bunch of dicks, a-holes," until I got timed out from the chat because I practically raged fully on them, and I kept on slamming my hand on the table. And then my mother said, "Better stop it, or else later I'll break my hand." And I took her advice, and luckily I still have a hand to continue doing the table slamming. If I don't, then problem.
Yeah. That's a good one, that Evan and Frank. That is a really good one, because I actually remember you saying you raged a few times on Apex, which
Oh yeah, amount of times that I've raged and I've gone to my teammates, what the fuck are you? And they are like 1,200 meters away from me, and I'm like, oh wow, seriously.
And do you know what the thing is? When you rage, you come out with stuff you think, hold on, I don't normally say these things. What's going on?
Yeah. You come out with stuff that you don't even think you're going to say sometimes.
I know, and some of them can just be hilarious. Anyone listening on the other side would be like, what the hell? But
That exactly happened to me, because I remember after that day I had a friend and we always do heist together.
yeah.
And I remember I was just looking back and saying, "What the fuck did I say to those poor people?" I can't even remember what I even said at that time because it was too long ago. And then I said, "Yep, I'm never ever gonna rage again on any game." And well, I booked that. And now I think nowadays I think Frank and Jim, I think sometimes you also will hear me saying, like, if on Fortnite when I die, I practically will just say "fuck." Especially towards the one, I think Frank has heard it more often than you, of me saying "fuck," and then I'm not gonna say the other word that Frank and I always accidentally says. Right, Frank? Remember what that word is?
Yeah.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, let's not say it. I think only if Ryan and Gary ever played with us, they will know what we are talking about. But hopefully, they never hear me saying that line.
Yeah, nice one. Do you know what? So we've had your game why you raged, how you raged, Evan. We have had Frank's on Apex and how he raged to it. What about you, Ryan? What game did you rage on, and how did you rage? What did you do?
Well, a couple of games I've raged to. It's well, say a couple. 2 of them is the old FIFAs. Some of them.
Oh yeah. Do you know what? That's just the same. It's never changed that now. I tell you.
No, but I can, like, now I can calm myself and not like phone the controller. But back in the days when I couldn't control it, I threw my controller once at the wall, and it just yeah. The controller was no more.
What about your wall?
Yeah. It was well, alright.
Was any
Well, it didn't hit the wall. It hit the radiator.
Oh, thank God for that,
Oh.
because you would have had a big hole in your wall.
Was the
To be
radiator alright?
honest, I would rather have a hole in my wall so that I can always hide secret candy inside there, rather than hitting the radiator. Or if you ever wanted to hide some money away from your family and don't want to let them know, you can always easily do it inside that hole that you made.
But let's face it, Evan. You can never hide money behind a wall because if you put a picture behind it, your mum's going to move it when she's cleaning up. There's always going to be something there that's, your parents will always find money anywhere or anything you're hidden.
Well,
Unless-
speaking about money, what is the one, what is something that you remember of when you were a child that relates to money?
Well, to be fair, okay, I didn't actually buy it myself, but it was that moment at Christmas when you've got your first console, and that was just amazing. And when the PlayStation 1 came out and I got that for Christmas, I was, it was, like it is. You go, oh, thank you, Dad, Mum, or whoever's bought it, and then they don't see you for the rest of the day. You're up there, you're upstairs, and that was one of the best moments of being a child when you get your first console.
Mm.
It was like, oh my god, this is amazing. You get too excited. To be honest with you, I still do.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
There's always one saying that I always go by. We are always still a kid in our body. We are always a kid, but just in an adult body.
Why do you
Whatever
think my
we
name's
do is-
Crazy Ninja? Says it.
Well, to be honest, we are always kids, and we will never
Yeah.
grow up. Even for me nowadays, even when what's the right word? Like when I still remember this was I think recently. I got my new tablet, my Samsung Tab S7 FE. I literally loved it. I was literally so happy. I kept on saying, "Oh, when can we buy it? When can I buy it?" And then my parents said, "Okay, we'll go and buy it before you leave." So I bought it, and I was literally so happy after that day. I kept on playing with it, using it, and then it's still practically good. I have FIFA on there, and let's just say I rage on FIFA too many times, but my tablet doesn't get injured. And then I'm also be buying a new mic soon. So and that mic will be coming from my own money. So I'm excited for that also, and also a new car. But my grandfather's gonna buy that car for me.
Oh, nice.
And I'm gonna post pictures. Don't worry. For those who wondering what car it is, it's just gonna be it's a Malaysian brand car for Dua Axia. It's such a nice car. It's a really nice design that makes it look like a Continental car.
Just make sure
So I'm gonna get that.
Just make sure Sydney's not behind your car. That's all I'm saying.
If that happens, I'm just gonna literally just drive it straight into the sea, and I'm just gonna abandon it there. If it needs behind my car.
It's not Fortnite in real life, That's what you do on Fortnite.
Oh, let's not talk about that, James. Let's not talk about that.
He does as well, guys. He drives a car, Frank, doesn't he? He drives all over the place and then abandons it in the water.
No, I got even a better one. Remember that time when we were playing James, and then I was driving a Jeep right next to another Jeep, and I accidentally made both of the Jeeps flip at the same time. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I remember as well. I was on a motorbike and I was driving towards you, and it sent me flying with my motorbike. I thought that was pretty cool. But going back to
fun.
What game was that?
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
On Fortnite, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember, Frank? I was literally, and then he literally drove straight into my motorbike as I was driving towards him. And for some reason, my motorbike just flipped and went up in the air. I thought that was quite funny, to be honest with you. But going back to Rage and all that, I know Gary's already said that one particular time he threw a controller.
Yeah, that was good. That wasn't rage.
Yeah, so that was when you were scared. So this is what I want to know now. What game did you rage on? How did you rage? And why?
I don't know what you're talking about. I never rage.
Well...
Oh, that's a lie. Okay. No, that's a lie. Okay. It was Call of Duty. It was literally Call of Duty, and this person was like, I knew there was a hacker, because some of the shops, they may have been good, but you know what? And they kept taking me out. And I forgot Proxcoms was on
Ooh.
because I normally turn it off when I'm on my own. And basically, Proxcoms is where the whole lobby can hear you.
Oh, and you forgot.
And yeah, and bullets were flying around walls and stuff, and I just basically just like everybody else, I went, "Will you fucking put your aimbot down, you absolute dickhead?" And I hope whatever cheat you have blows up.
What
And
did
then I
you
got
say in
banned.
response? You got banned.
I got banned from Proxcoms, and then after that, I literally flung my controller at the wall and smashed it completely to pieces.
Oh no! And did you have to wait for a while to get a new one to play your game?
No, I had a spare controller ready because
Oh,
I
it's
knew
alright
I'd
then.
smash one of them.
You came prepared, then you thought, I'm
But I
better
literally just stood up and went. I literally stood up, and my friend will always remember this. I stood up and said, "Fuck Call of Duty! It's absolutely fucking ridiculous." I uninstalled it.
Yeah.
Then a month later, I reinstalled it and played it again.
As you do. That's the thing, you rage, and then when you've thought to yourself, do you know what? I'm not letting it.
But you know, it's not even
this game.
worth
I'm gonna install it again until my next rage.
And then I'm like, I'm never buying Call of Duty again next year. I bought the next Call of Duty. I was like, why?
It's something.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
It is something. It's something you do. Yeah, I have to admit. And
Yeah.
Evan won't know this, but he might be able to guess. But you three, Gary, Ryan, and Frank might know what game I raged on a lot.
Oh. I think we're going somewhere.
I think you might remember it.
Does it start with an R and a C?
No.
Oh, isn't that Rogue Company?
Oh yeah, yes, sorry, yes. It started with the R and ended, yeah.
And the next one was a C. Yeah.
Yeah, Rogue Company. Now,
Yeah, I remember.
I used to rage on that game a lot, Evan. You wanted to hear me. It was quite hilarious, to be honest with you, because...
Yeah, you go and suck my left nipple. That was the word that you came out with.
Go and suck my left hairy nipple, or
Yeah.
why don't you go and suck my cheesy toenails?
Okay, that's one I've never heard. I've definitely heard you say suck my left hairy nipple before when we play Fortnite, but I never heard of you saying suck my cheesy toenail or something like that.
Oh, do you know what was the worst, Evan? Me and Phil came across some weird names on there. So we had Swap Golem was.
What? SWAT Golem?
Swap Golem was someone called on that. There was someone called Twitch Dicky. There was also someone called Age on the sorry. Yeah, I can't say it now. I'm a tongue twist. AIDS on the stick.
Oh, that.
And Gary, I think, was playing at the time when we came across that guy. I'm not sure, but let's just say I used them as to insult someone else on it when I was raging. So, if I can remember this, I used to go, I'll go and meet your friend Swap Golem and go and suck on your friend's Twitch Dicky. I used to say that. And then I realised what I'd just come out with. I was like, why did I come out with that? I was like, wow. And then I used to say as well, do you know what? At least my friend doesn't have AIDS on the stick.
Yeah, I remember you coming out with those kind of stuff. And talking about weird names, me and Evan have come across some weird names on Fortnite recently.
Oh, go on.
I'm trying to recall one. What was it, Frank? It was recently, right?
Well, one of them was Cheesecake.
Cheesecakes,
No,
and
that's
another
not-
one was.
That's not a bad one if they taste alright.
There's a
Another one
person
was.
we always come up against, 9,000 hippos, and I said to Evan, the day he kills us, I'm gonna send him a friend request and he can play with us.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember we have another good one. Is the number one guy with our big name, and I always go. Blah, 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 blah. You remember Frank?
Yeah.
That one?
Wow. Wow.
Wait, I remember there's another one. Morning Waffles 99.
Morning waffles.
Yeah.
I was thinking, hell, I just keep Morning Waffles.
Can you imagine if you come across someone called Blue Waffle?
Nah. Imagine if I come across someone called Suck My Dick, it would be even worse.
Talking of that,
Well, no, I seen something. It was on the game. It was spelt fuck you, but because he ended up putting like numbers in between it ended up allowing it.
so did he have number 2
Yeah, he
between
did.
it? Would mean fuck you twice, wouldn't it?
No, so he had a F3 and then he had 1K.
So, fuck me 1K.
Yes,
Yeah, 1K.
because you can't actually put the name fuck, can you? So
Yeah. So
that's
No, you get banned.
what he had, and it wasn't inappropriate.
actually, on Road Company, I think you can, because we came across a player called Dickhead. Literally.
Oh,
called
wait, I
Dickhead.
think
And do you know
there's
what?
another.
He called us a dickhead, and I said, how can you come into the chat, right, and call us dickhead when your name is actually Dickhead?
I'm sorry, I like that because on games like that it says "dickhead killed you," but I'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Wait, wasn't I playing with you at the time
Yeah,
when you come up against that name, James?
You could have been, yeah, because
I'm thinking I had myself muted and I was like, "You're the fucking dickhead here, son."
I know, you come and say to us that you're a dickhead, that your name's
Yeah, and then he has the name that.
Wait,
fair,
going
at
back
the
to
end-
that, I remember there was another name in Fortnite that Frank and I came across. I'm just trying to recall now. Frank, help me here. I'm trying to recall one
I
of the
can't
names.
remember.
So anyway, As you
Fuck
think-
and Spawns.
what was
Fuck
it?
and Spawns.
Fucking spoons.
Fortnite. Yeah, we came across that guys too many times until
Wow.
it stuck in my head.
Fucking spoons.
Yeah,
the
we
one
came
that
up
Frank-
against that. I remember that. Yeah.
And the
Don't
one that
Fortnite,
Frank and I
I've
will
come
never
across
forget is
fake
9000
ninjas.
Heat Boss.
Can I just say fucking spoon sounds like a sex position?
That's what she said.
what the hell? Whoa, okay.
It does, doesn't it? It's like fuck spoons. Yes. Yay!
And that was perfect
Okay.
timing.
I know. Thank you.
I wanna ask a question for all three of you guys. What is the one moment that you really hated the most? And I think Frank and I know. I
Is
think
that in
Frank knows
games?
is what I'm talking about. In games.
In game,
In
yeah.
gaming.
I can tell you one, and Frank will know what I'm talking about this one. Should I start off with my one?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, man was it was really, really horrible. So let's just say I got a full amount of abuse off someone on Road Company. He was on the same team as us. Frank, no, you know what I'm talking about, don't you, mate?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It was horrible. It was like it was on the other side of horrible. It was just pure nasty. I can't remember all the things he said, but the things he said were really, really nasty. And
Yeah, and he was from the UK, and he sounded like he was in a care home from hearing his background sound.
Frank
You
was
know?
saying that, but what it was as well, he was calling me names. He was saying, "Oh, you're shit." I could handle that because I said to him, "Yeah, I'm having a shit night, mate. I'm not playing." Besides, I had a bit of a bad day that day anyway, so anything would flip me over the top anyway. So, and he started saying other things like you got dropped on your head when you was a baby and stuff like that.
Oh my god. Wow.
Oh, that's really bad.
Yeah, and there was other things he came out with, and he came out with one really, really bad one, Frank, and that was it, wasn't it? It was like, whoa, no, you've gone way too far. He was on our team as well. That's
Yeah, and then when he said that, I was like, "Fuck you, you fuck faggot."
Yeah. So basically, that was my worst time ever. And do you know what? I shouldn't have let it get to me, but it did. And I didn't play any games at all for 3 months. And that's not like me.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
it really affected me that day. And I think it's more the fact that I was having a bad day as well.
Yeah, but do you know, I'm not going to go on a rant because, you know, I will, and James knows this. But
Yeah.
people like that, man, it's a flipping game.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, I learned my lesson with Call of Duty. Yeah, I rage at Call of Duty, but that's because I rage at myself because I know I can be good. I've raged at Fortnite. I've raged at Rogue Company. I've raged at other games, but I would never ever go that low to put someone down because no. Hang on, how do I word this? Everybody, you know, people. Yeah, you get professionals at games, you get non-professionals, you get lower people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everybody plays these games because they love playing these games because they're with their friends and everything. But when people come on like that and they put someone down like that, get a life because you're wrecking someone's life for what? There you
Yeah,
go. So why are you doing it?
What people don't understand is from saying one thing can impact someone's mental health,
Yeah, that's right.
especially in the gaming community.
Exactly. And you know what? Phil messaged me straight after. He said, "Are you alright, mate?" I said, "I don't know, mate." I said, "I've just had a bit of bad day." And then to get some horrible names called at me, it wasn't really on. And that's why I like the Discord call being on console now, because you can be in just one call that you know who you're talking to. This just happens to show that Frank was playing Rogue Company on Xbox. Me and Phil were playing it on PlayStation. There was some other lad playing it on Xbox as well. So the only way we could talk at the time was through game chat. And I hated game chat. I don't know whether anyone's the same. Do you hate game chat?
Oh, don't get me started on game chat. Speaking about it, I remember I was playing Valorant with my sister. We used to play Valorant all the time when we were both back in Malaysia and she wasn't really busy. I remember I practically wanted to type something really nasty in the chat, but then my sister told me not to do it because don't want to start a fight. And practically the next thing I knew, because at the time I wasn't really good in Valorant, so I was practically what we call as bot fragging me, is the bottom of the list. So they kept on saying, "Oh, you're such a shit player. You should just retire from it. You should just don't play." And I said, "You know what? I have had it. I'm not gonna give two fucks about what they're gonna say. I'm just gonna carry on, and I'm gonna them and that." And I think if I'm not mistaken, their account got banned for at least 2 months or a year. I can't really remember. And I said, "Ha, karma is a bitch."
Yeah, exactly. And do you know what? That was my bad experience on a game. And do you know what? Even though I did let it get to me and I didn't game for 3 months, which Phil was quite shocked and he was a bit like, "Oh, God, I hope you're all right, mate." I was all right. I was just, you know yourself, if you've not liked being on a game one night, sometimes you don't want to play on it again for a while, do you? So it was one of them. But what I will say is, when I came back after that 3 months, I had the best game of my life. So, you know, did it work? Did it help? It could have done. But yeah, that was my worst moment in a game.
Well, my worst moment was does everybody remember Halo?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, Halo 3 and stuff. I was playing with my family. Go on, sorry.
I was just saying, me and Frank used to play that game. It was a good game.
Yeah, I was playing with my family and we was all doing. We invited someone in because I knew them.
Yeah.
And my cousin Ali, she was young then. You know, she was like, I don't even know, but she was like younger than me and my cousin James anyway.
Yeah.
And he just came on the chat on the Xbox party, and he was like explicit. You know, he was saying what he's doing to his girlfriend and everything.
Yeah. Why? I mean, why would you come on and say things.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to repeat it because this is on the podcast, so I'm not going to literally say the words he was saying because it's just flipping horrible." And so my stepdad, if you piss my stepdad off, you'd know about it.
Yeah.
And my stepdad literally just rated him, saying, "Will you flipping leave the party? I'm doing this PG at the moment. Will you flipping leave the party, you absolute imbecile?"
Yeah.
And then I messaged him later on. I said, "To tell you what, why don't you just remove me from your friends list completely? Go away, because you're just out of control. Because my cousin is young. He doesn't understand any of this. Please leave." And he just messaged me back saying, "Well, I hope you die."
Oh, how low can you go? Well, that is.
Oh,
And that was a friend?
Those are the worst.
That was a friend?
Especially.
I know you just don't know sometimes. You think someone's your friend, and they turn out not to be your friend, don't they?
I didn't mean to say that. So if anybody is listening to the podcast, I don't mean to trigger anybody, but that was the exact words he said. "Well, I hope you die."
I know it's a bad word to say. I mean that to me that would get me down. I mean it's a horrible.
Oh,
word
it
at the
didn't
end of the day.
To be fair, it didn't get me down because I was like, you know what? You're a negative person. I'm removing you from my life. And ever since then, I've got I've got you, Ryan, Frank, and everybody, and
Yeah,
what's his name? Sorry,
Evan.
Evan. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Please forgive me. I forget you.
It's all right.
No, I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm gonna hold a grudge against you from now on.
I forgot my name. What's my name? Michael.
Yeah, who am I?
No, you're Frank.
I'm Frank.
No.
Well, maybe
Oh.
I guess you can say Frank.
Apparently, I'm Gary.
Yeah, and I'm Ryan. Oh my
Talking
god.
about Michael, was gonna say Michael Schumacher.
Michael Schumacher. Oh yeah, we got the skins in Fortnite as well. I just had to put it out there.
I haven't got the name skin. James, I beg you don't go and look at that, please. You're gonna regret it.
Is it more? Oh, by the way, yeah. Have you checked Fortnite, guys? The shop, it's got Guardians of the Galaxy skins.
Wait, James, don't tell him. Guess how much it is.
Yeah, guess how much it is because it's actually not ones that you buy
Cheap.
normally out of V-Bucks. It's ones that you have to buy. It's a pack that you buy.
Oh, is it a pack? Probably
Yeah.
£20.
Ooh, close.
Ooh.
A little bit more.
30
Or less.
Lower.
or less. So
I know how much. I know how much.
You know how
I'm not going
much
to
it is, right?
Fortnite while we're saying this. Just
Yeah.
put me on the mirror.
22 quid.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yes.
Yes.
£22. But the thing is, if I had money sitting on spare money sitting on the side now, I probably would actually do that. I don't normally buy in-game items, but when it comes to skins like that, it's like, got to, haven't you?
Actually, I do have something to say because I don't know if anybody follows. Is it Bible Gaming on Facebook? Is that what the name is? Gaming Bible, whatever.
I think so. I think I've heard of it.
And they posted a story from this bloke, and someone's already invited me to Fortnite. I'm just looking at the store. Go away. I don't mean that in a horrible way, but someone posted saying people who game actually need to get off their ass and get a job.
Yeah, I've heard that.
No.
I've heard that saying before. No. I mean, okay, yeah, we like to game, but doesn't mean we game 24/7. It just means when we
No,
want to
exactly.
have a bit of me time, we want to sit and relax and play a decent game that makes us happy. Although,
Yeah, but that
let's
really,
just-
although
yeah, but
these
that
games
really
that
triggered.
make-
That really triggered me.
yeah, I know.
And I literally posted at the bottom of it. I said, "Listen, I do voluntary work for people with mental health and stuff.
Yeah,
When I come home, the Xbox and the PlayStation, I play with friends. I do everything. That is my time,
yeah. It's something that you can.
and I love it.
Well, it's something that you can go to when you've had hard days at work, or it's just been a very stressful day, whatever you've been doing, and you just want to
Yeah.
switch off from the real world sometimes and
Yeah.
just
Well,
chill.
sometimes
But saying
I
that,
always
we say that, right? And we play these games that we love, but then we end up raging anyway. So you can't win on that note. But it's when you rage, it's like most of the time it's good rage. It's because you come out with
I'm-
silly stuff. Go and suck my left
Yeah.
hairy nipple or something like that.
It's not a rant that I'm about to have, but to refer to people like that, you don't realise what gaming does to people.
Yeah.
It helps them. We meet so many amazing people. Like today, we're on this podcast with amazing people. You know, we're in Discord servers with everybody. We're meeting friends. We're doing this. This is what we like. We like talking to people, and it helps us.
Exactly, mate. And you know what? If a non-gamer came up to a gamer and said, "Oh, gaming's just gaming," whoa, they're heading for yeah. Let's
You just
say-
said gaming is for gaming. Whatever you said, I practically, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm coming for them in real life. Give them a big slap on their face until they bleed to death.
Oh,
that.
okay. We're getting a bit violent.
I mean, how hard are you going to slap them to make them bleed to death?
Well,
Yeah.
Let's just say I might slap them until they fly to the moon and back.
Wow. Oh, amazing. Do you know what? And do you know what? As
We've gone over the. We've gone over the hour.
we are.
Just kidding.
It was Gary's fault. He turned around and said that we'll be on it for a little bit more. And he's right. He's right.
Yeah, well, let's all blame Gary for it.
But no, it's an Easter bonus episode, so why not? Let's have a little bit more. But we're not going to go too much longer because you know it's coming up to 10:20.
Nah, let's do it until midnight, shall we?
I need to go to the toilet. I need to go to the toilet, but
Oh, are you just are you just hanging on now? Because I've been like that a few times. Actually, I'll tell you a story. Right,
Okay.
when me and Phil were recording a podcast with a guest one time, I was so desperate to go to the toilet, right, and I kept hold of it for a while, and then when I started a conversation and it was going for ages, I literally switched off my mic, went to the toilet, and the time I got back,
No, I think I remember this.
I think you. Yeah, no, was it with you? No, it could have been. It could have been with you actually. And when I got back, and I sat down and switched the mic back on, Phil and whoever it was on the guest, I can't remember at the time, we're still talking about that conversation that I started, and they didn't even notice I went to the toilet. So that was like, I was like really chuffed to that because I was like, I really need the toilet, but I don't want to go because it's the podcast. So I thought if I got a long conversation going, I might just make it in time, and I did, frankly.
Well, tell you what, I've got a question for everybody.
Yeah, go on.
Yep.
What is everybody's all-time favourite game?
Ooh.
Ooh.
A game you've really got stuck into and you're like, yeah, you know what, I love this game.
Well, it's a tough one for me because there's a load of games that I've loved. Like, especially, I love the Spider-Man games; they're amazing.
Yeah.
Simpsons Hit and Run has to be on there as well. The most game that I was proper involved in, because I could say a few like Uncharted and all that, but I think it's very close. But I've got to say, Life is Strange.
Nice choice.
The reason for that is it's just the story. The story just takes your breath away. It's got everything in it. It's got emotional happiness, and then it goes back to sad again. And it's just the storyline. It's just incredible, and also it's got some supernatural in it as well. You know.
I'll just go quick and I'm bursting.
Yeah.
He's bursting.
Yeah, so there's a load of games, but Life is Strange. I was so engaged with that. That's
Mine-
mine.
My favorite all-time game mode, most likely. Oh, I have so many good games. I'm trying to recall my all-time favorite game would most likely be Subnautica. The amount of time I've played it, it's unridiculous. I've spent
Yeah.
so much time playing it, and I even remember the first Subnautica that I ever played. Was the original version, and I practically played it so many times. Wanted to download a modded version of it, and came back to continue playing it. And I still occasionally play it time to time, but I have to try and I'll most likely buy it off Steam again, just so that I can have a new account to play on. It's just how often I play that game until I keep on wanting to play it over and over and over again.
And
Yeah.
that was yours. What about yours, Ryan?
He's gone to the toilet. Okay. Fucking
No, no, sorry, I didn't go because I had to wait. I have to wait. Man, oh,
It's a tough one when you think of all-time favorite games. I mean, Gary, I think that was a really good question for everyone. That mate. It is.
all time favourites
I know mine.
probably has to be God of War.
Yeah,
yeah,
God of War
okay.
was amazing. That's why I said there's so many I could list on there, but it's like, which one do you choose? So I just went for the one that had the most story close to real life, basically.
I just love the storylines in God of War games and stuff.
Talking of storylines and that, though, I tell you, which has got a really good storyline, and I've started playing it. Death Stranding.
Oh, that's a brilliant game.
The music in it as well. It's got
Mhm.
fantastic music in it, and it just takes your breath away, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a good game. That good story. What about? Come on, Ryan. So you were talking about your favorite all-time game.
Yeah, um, uh, yeah, definitely. It has to be
God of War.
God of War. Yeah,
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Do you know what? Like I say, I'm only 60% through a game, so I've not actually completed that. I need to go back to it. Not the Ragnarok, because I haven't got that one, but the original came to PlayStation Plus, didn't it? And you got the remastered version as well.
yeah. The other first game of them, the other first games of God of War, they were good. But like the storyline to the first God of War, that like the actual one that they brought out for the PS4, that was really good.
Yeah, and do you know what I like about God of War as well? I like the fact that it's linked with the TV show Ragnarok. It's also linked with 4. And what was the other one it's linked with? There's a few, isn't he? But 4, obviously, he's a god. And obviously, the Ragnarok series is gods. And I think that was partly the reason why they called it God of War Ragnarok, wasn't it? There was something to do with that TV series, if I'm correct.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
I don't know whether that is correct, but it just seems like Netflix brought a series called Ragnarok, and then God of War Ragnarok. So it's like, but they're all linked. So it could be possibly something to do with that. But I believe 4 made an entrance in God of War, didn't he?
I'm gonna ask you guys a question.
Yep.
What is the new game that you've recently started playing and you cannot stop playing?
Death Stranding.
Frank, what's yours?
Fortnite.
Actually,
Oh yeah, of course, Fortnite. You
change
cannot
that.
stop playing Fortnite.
Change that. I've been playing Fortnite more than Death Stranding.
I do play Fortnite, but at the moment I'm playing Assassin's Creed a lot more because I love the story.
Yeah.
I love the history behind Assassin's Creed. So
yeah. Ubisoft, innit?
I recently started a new game, Power World. It's fucking cute. I love it.
It was when like Assassin's Creed bring out like history, like Egypt and then the Vikings and the Romans. I've always liked history, so
Yeah, same. I mean,
I love it.
I think that
For
was
me,
one of my best subjects in school. So yeah, I totally get where you're going with that, Gary. The history was really good. What about you, Ryan? Answering over from Evan's question, basically, he was asking about
Anyone?
what
my-
game have you started
Yeah,
playing that
what
you
do
can't
you-
stop recently?
Fortnite.
Yeah, I think everyone's on Fortnite.
um, um,
Yeah, I did play Fortnite.
FC 24 now and again, but there's so much. There's
So many
it
games.
it frustrates me, like, because like I see other players playing it right, and they can win games, and I've got a really good squad
Yeah.
on the ultimate team, and like you can see all these doing well on it. I'm a good player. I am a good player, and I can't even I can't even get past them all and score proper.
Do you know what?
So
I'm with you on that, Ryan, because I'm pretty sure FIFA was meant to, when you were, especially on Ultimate Team, if you were matchmaking, you matchmake with the closest to your star level, and it never
yeah,
does. Never does, because you go against someone even better. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that's a lot of hackers on FIFA.
If you
Well, I
don't
won't be
mind me stopping you there, James, thank you for letting me come on tonight, but I'm gonna call it for now.
Yeah, no worries. I was just coming to the end, Frank, so just bear with me. I'd like to
I
ask
think we are having too
all
much
our
fun.
guests-
That's why.
Yeah, well, I'd like to ask all our guests at the end of the show if there's anyone you want to give a shout out to.
Well, definitely to drop me a follow. This is all I'm gonna say.
That's a shout out to yourself, not shout out to anyone else.
Well, to be honest, I would like to say big thanks to James for letting me come on tonight. I really enjoyed it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, James, for letting me come on as well. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for having me, and I'll see all you lovely lot next time.
No worries. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye
take
bye.
care, man.
See
You too.
Have a
You
good
too.
night. See ya.
Bye.
But I'm gonna give it.
So yeah, guys,
So my
thank you. Frank's gone now, so we are just going to end anyway. I couldn't get Frank to the last question because normally we have a question from our last guest, but because there's a few of us, I'm going to ask you a question each to end the show.
Sure.
So, the first question is to Gary. So,
oh god,
what type of video game development do you prefer? 1, open world. 2, science fiction. 3, fantasy. Or 4, historical. Sorry, there we go.
I'm not really fussed about games. I love all games, so I like fantasy, adventure. I love sci-fi.
Yeah. So
So
basically a mixture of all them four, basically.
yeah, I love all games. I'm not really fussy on.
Nice.
I'd like to say there was Assassin's Creed though with history, but yeah, I'm not really fussy about genres of games because I just love all gaming. And like I said at the beginning of the podcast, I've got so many games I can't keep up. So
Same. But that is a fantastic answer to that question. And we're going to our Ryan. We're going to go to Ryan now. And this is your question for the end of the show. And what is your preferred video game genre? Is it first-person shooter, platformer, racing, or puzzle?
has to be a puzzle, definitely. I love puzzle games. I love uh, trying to find the puzzle. You know, you got like quests to do to like find, you know, all that. Puzzle game for me. Puzzles.
Nice one. That's a brilliant answer to that one, mate. And last but least, we've got a question. Your last question for Evan. Right. What type of game story do you prefer? Non-liner, liner, sandbox, or action oriented?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say sandbox, because it's practically sandbox. You can build your own story. It's like
Yeah.
there's no fixed story that you have to follow along to. You can create what you want to create, and I like the game is like same way. Like they can practically it's up to your creativity.
Yeah, that's a really good answer because I do like sandbox type of games. I do like them type of stories. Yeah.
Can I do a shout out before we end?
South Park, yeah. South Park.
No,
is
can I do a shout out before we end?
Yes, of course.
Well, it's actually to you, mate, and Phil with this podcast. You know, I've been watching everything you're doing. You know, you finished, what was it, 9th something in the podcast? And I've been
That's
seventh.
another thing. We finished 7th in the top 100 weekly video games.
Well, this is my shout out to you and Phil and this podcast. You're doing amazing, guys. Keep up the amazing work. And
Yeah, keep
It's
it up.
absolutely amazing.
I always like watching games, especially in the morning when I have nothing to do, and
You watch
I
me
have
in the
no
morning?
entertainment.
Hold on, I'm just getting
You
out of
watch me in
bed.
the
What?
No, I mean I don't watch. I mean I listen to your podcast in the morning.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
not
Yeah,
able
yeah.
to.
I know what you mean. I'll twist it around there.
If I
But
watch
yeah.
you in the morning, I'll be practically you have to call the police, and I'll have to go to jail.
No, I just call my old friend Sydney.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me fucking started.
Leave him
Don't see me,
alone.
please. If I see her, I'll just practically run away.
I'm behind
Evan.
you, Sydney.
leave him alone. Then open the door.
That's fine.
Look, when
I'm-
when Gary does that to me, the answer is if you're outside my door, mate, catch the tea bag and there you go.
Nah, I'm already used to it. James always loves to tease me.
Yeah,
I'm behind him right
we
now.
like to tease everyone. Oh yeah. Oh,
But yeah, my shout out is to James and Phil with this podcast, man. You're doing well. Keep up the amazing work. You're getting people on now, so
nice one.
Yeah,
And you know
you're
what?
amazing.
I never normally do a shout out, but I'm going to do a shout out to all my guests that have been on my show. Without you guys, the episodes won't go as well. They'll go good, but they won't go as good as we have it when we have a guest on, because it's nice to hear different stories
Yeah.
about everyone, why they became a gamer, and how it all started for them, and what it means so much to them. And that's what I like about the gaming world. It's been amazing, guys. Thank you for joining. I've just got one question left, and that is to
Okay.
go out to all of you. Right, basically, not the last episode, but the episode before, when we had Jamie Smith, which is the developer that used to work behind Ubisoft.
Ooh, no problem.
And we put up on that episode when it was released, we put a poll out, and basically it was, what open world racing game do you prefer? And the answers were The Crew, the original one. Then we had Need for Speed, and then we had Forza Horizon. So if you could pick any of them three, what would you say that is the best open world racing game?
I would most likely say Forza, even though I have never played it, but I've seen a lot of people playing Forza, and it looks like a really fun game to play.
Yeah. It's a tough one, that. What about you, Gary? What was your favourite out of them three?
I hope this Ubisoft guy is listening. How dare you? How dare you? I say, oh, that is. Oh man, no.
Sounds like someone is having an orgasm.
What? Orgasm over
Well,
games?
No, you can't really choose between the current. Oh no, I don't know if he worked. I don't know. I can't answer this because I don't know if he worked on the last crew game.
Right. I would say, ma'am, I love Forza Horizon. I've managed to play that, and that is a fantastic game. I've loved the Need for Speed games. The Need for Speed games have been amazing. But, yeah, they're all good. But do you know what, Gary? I've got to say, out of them, my top open racing game has to be The Crew. And I'll tell you why. Because it mapped the whole of America. That's one thing that they did. Also, there was a mission on there that took you a whole hour because you had to drive from one end of America to the other end. And that was just one mission together. And Phil remembers that. He enjoyed that. That was amazing. And that's why I choose The Crew.
Yeah, but as...
But it was a tough one. It was a tough
I can't choose. The Crew's good. Forza's good, and so is Need for Speed. I can't. That's not fair.
Okay, well, let's just say The Crew had a special feature in it. Now, do you remember when you were in a police chase on the original, The Crew? You know, the first Crew.
Yeah.
And do you remember the PS4 controller flashing from red to blue? Well, Jamie Smith, the developer that was behind that game, actually curated that to put in the game.
And we're about to get more awkward because I only have The Crew on Xbox.
Oh, yeah, and it didn't have a light bulb.
So I didn't see that. That's why I'm saying I can't pick because The Crew is good. Forza is good. I can't pick. I'm sorry, I can't.
So basically, all of them.
Yeah, I can't pick. That's a hard one.
I'll go with that. What about you, Ryan?
I can't pick either.
There we go. There we go. We have our answers. You can't pick because they're all good. Yes. It's a hard one there, and I think that's why there's no vote for it.
It's not that. It's just. Oh no, I can't. I'm sorry.
That sounded like another orgasm.
Oh wow!
It's not an orgasm.
I think someone's getting a bit too excited before the podcast ends.
Well, that's how I am, to be honest.
By the way,
Oh, you gotta do that.
But honestly, guys, it's been amazing. Thank you for coming on. We did go for nearly 2 hours long, which is nearly an hour more. But it's just been amazing, hasn't it? It's been such a good laugh.
It's been good.
It has, yeah.
Do you know what, guys? I wish you all a very happy Easter. I hope you have a fantastic day, and also eating plenty of chocolate and plenty of gaming. It's good.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Gaming yet?
What's that, mate?
Chocolate? No, I've had so much chocolate. Gaming? Yeah, definitely. Need more gaming.
Why not? Why not you eat and game at the same time?
I've had so much chocolate already.
I couldn't eat an Easter egg as well as gaming because you know yourself, an Easter egg melts dead quickly. And you'll end up, especially a PS5 controller, you've seen how white they are. Imagine if you had chocolate fingers on there, it'd be like a chocolate controller at the end of you finish your game.
Oh no, yeah.
Well, let's think about this. Chocolate controller means you can eat your controller later after you're done gaming.
I don't mean literally chocolate, it's only the top.
A chocolate controller.
Hey.
Oh, you could just lick it off. You could just lick it, to be honest, after you finish it.
Well,
just give you some licky.
Well, just before we get off, does everyone remember the Lynx advert? The chocolate Lynx?
Yes, I do.
That was a weird advert, that. Well, basically,
You can smell like chocolate. What the fuck?
yeah, basically, it was. You've heard of Lynx chocolate, haven't you, Evan? That you can spray on yourself.
Nope.
So they brought a Lynx chocolate out, right? And the advert was a person that was chocolate. It was literally just chocolate. It was so weird, but it was funny. And yeah, it actually smelled like chocolate as well. I did actually have it. Did anyone?
No,
else
it
have
did. Yeah, it was weird.
It did. It smelled like chocolate.
It
So
did.
I'm going around town one day and then smelling like chocolate. It's like everyone's going, I'll eat him.
Are you sure that you did not smell like chocolate because you put on a chocolate the other one that day?
No, it was actually.
Well, you did.
In
Yeah, it was
fact,
chocolate.
in fact, there's that. I don't know if you ever heard of this, but there was actually a mustard flavored Lynx as well.
Oh,
Ew!
I love mustard, but no, bro.
Yeah. I had it last year. Believe it or not. Do you know what?
I love
You
mustard,
guys are
but
weird,
no.
to be honest. Sorry to say that, but you guys are weird.
It was a bit of a weird smell because at first you smell mustard, but then it grew to you. It was like, this is not actually a bad smell.
Nah, man. Nah. I draw the line at mustard. I love mustard, but nah, I'm not going to smell like mustard walking around town.
Well, it's like with
Nah,
these
bro.
hand washes now. You can get chocolate orange flavour and everything. I mean,
That's all right, though.
yeah,
No
but
chocolate orange.
the thing is, just don't lick your hands.
True.
Because even though it smells nice, it won't taste nice.
Yeah, good point.
But anyway, thank you guys. It's absolutely been amazing. I've really enjoyed this Easter bonus episode, and yeah, guys,
So do it.
thank you again. And I will see
Here
you
he
soon.
comes down the bunny trail.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
His tail. He's
Bye.
got treats for every girl and boy, and lots of love and Easter joy. Who's that bunny bopping along? Hop, hop, hopping and singing his song. When he starts bopping, he just can't stop. The Easter bunny goes hop, 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 rockin' bunny. Ooh, hop, hop, Easter bunny. Ooh, hop, hop, go Easter bunny, rockin' on Easter day. Hippity hop, hip hoppity, hip